Hey YouTube, I'm just gonna make a video about my quarantine tank. Um, it's always good to have a smaller tank for when you get new fish from anybody really. If it's a trusted seller or even a chain store, most fish come in with some kind of disease, like a parasite or maybe some ick or fin rot or something. They usually come with something. I mean, that's just the probability when you have mass breeders that are breeding, hundreds and thousands of fish. That's kind of like they ship them in such large quantities that it's inevitable. So it's always good to have some kind of tank where when you introduce fish into your bigger tank, that you can, medicate them before you, because they could spread disease to your main tank. So you don't have to have something fancy, but I do. This is because I just don't like looking at a plain tank. I don't have a lot of space where I live. So I mean, it's not like I can store something in my basement or something. A lot of the more popular fish channels like Rachel O'Leary or some of the other channels will recommend quarantine your tank in like more basic setting, but I just don't have the room, and I don't really want to look at something that's kind of like not good looking. I did start out with just the 10-gallon starter kit came with a filter, and it was good enough to begin with. Honestly, you can go to like a Walmart or a PetSmart or somewhere and just get one of those 10-gallon starter kits, and it's fine. And the reason why I go with the 10-gallon is because when I medicate my fish, when I bring them in, medicine it's not cheap. It's kind of, it's a little pricey. And they come, I do something for, this is for the bacterial, erythromycin. And then I got something for parasites, internal parasites. And then I treat something for ick as well. And they come in. They got these little packs, powder packs, and each pack treats 10 gallons. So I mean, what's better for your budget? Do you want to treat a 55-gallon or 200-gallon tank, or do you want to treat a 10-gallon tank? And you're going to save a lot of money that way, and it's just a good idea to have a quarantine tank. This one I added, dirt, and I got a different filter, and I added a bunch of stuff in this tank. These are my temporary residents right here. I got some Cory cats. There is, I think, erythromycin in the water right now, and Paracleanse in the water right now. And I don't see any signs of ick. But before I transfer them over, I'll probably, dose it with some something for ick. But anyways, I do have a permanent resident. This is my golden honey gourami, and she just hangs out in here, or he. I think it's a male actually from the fins. But and this is kind of like it's in my it's in one of my rooms, and it's nice to look at. So it serves two purposes. It's a tank that I use to medicate fish, and it's just a nice looking tank. You add some plants in here. That's a hygrophila, and some baby tears, and just some plants that I got for cheap. The plants in the back I actually got half off because Petco was marking them down, and I just trimmed off some leaves, and it just makes the tank look better. Some lutea right there. And it's good to have some sort of air bubbles in your tank, especially when you're medicating it. It's good to have more oxygen in the water while you're medicating your fish. It's just a good idea. You see they're eating right now. I fed them some little wafers, and so this is my quarantine tank.